Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today we are once again back on Modern Warfare, and I wanted to share with you guys the best class setup for the brand new ISO SMG that just dropped here with Season 5. This gun is a lot of fun to use. If you haven't gotten a chance to get your hands on this thing yet, you're going to enjoy it a lot. There's a few attachments that we need to add to make sure that we can use this thing and not get pissed off, so hopefully this video will be able to help a lot of you make this gun the best that it can possibly be. Now, before I jump into the class setup, I want to give a huge shout out to my man Asdaf as well as Zernhell for becoming members of the channel and joining the Kings Club. I appreciate all the support, fellas, and hope to see you guys around here for a while. But nonetheless, a very great video we've got with this ISO. I hope you guys enjoy it, so let's jump into it. So what you're watching right now is me demonstrate what this specific class setup plays like. Hopefully you guys got a good view of how well this gun does. One thing that I did notice is it doesn't take players out as quickly like I'm used to. You know, it didn't really take them out that fast just because I'm used to having the MP5 with the crazy ammo, the Uzi with the crazy ammo, the M4 that's overpowered. Everything has been just melting people. This weapon does not do that. It is very accurate with the right attachments, but there is not a single attachment on this weapon that's going to boost that damage. So that's just something you're going to have to deal with if you want to use this weapon. Now, if you guys take a look at the attachments that we're going to be using with this specific ISO class setup, we're not going to be running a muzzle. The barrel that we're going to be using is the FSS Nightshade. Now, this is a really cool barrel because obviously we're getting a massive boost to accuracy, range, and control, but we're getting 4 different pros here with damage range, recoil control, bullet velocity, which are generally the top 3 that we get with a barrel, but we're also getting sound suppression, which is why it blocks out the beginning muzzle. You cannot run a muzzle if you're using this barrel, which obviously there's no need to because you're getting the sound suppression here as well. You're losing a little bit of ADS speed and movement speed, which we're going to make up for with some of the other attachments, but trust me, if you're playing for medium to long range as well as trying to be aggressive, this is a great attachment to use. So again, that FSS Nightshade barrel. We're not going to be using a laser, and we're also not going to be using an optic. This is going to be personal preference. With most SMGs, I will not use an optic, and to be completely honest, I'm a fan of these iron sights. I think they work. They're not horrible, and I think I can stick it out. For those of you that want to use an optic, you can exchange one of these attachments later on, but I definitely think it's worth not having one on there. Now, the stock that we're going to be using is the ISO Collapsible. This is essentially the collapsible stock that's going to give you a massive boost in movement speed as well as that ADS speed. We're going to lose a little bit of aiming stability here, which won't make a difference because this is an SMG. We don't have idle sway and just a small amount of recoil control. So the stats lie to you a little bit here, but when you look at the mobility, that is 1000% accurate. That movement speed with a collapsible stock makes a huge difference. So the ISO Collapsible is a great way to go, especially if you like to play aggressive. Now, the underbarrel that we're going to be using is the Merc foregrip. I think this is always the best foregrip to go with an SMG if you're playing aggressive. Not only are you getting that hip fire accuracy, but you're getting recoil control. So this is going to help you from distance. It's also going to help you from close range. So this is kind of a win-win foregrip to have on. The only downside is you're losing a little bit of ADS speed as well as aim walking movement speed. But we're going to try to make up for that with one of the next attachments. But the Merc foregrip, a really good underbarrel to go with here. The ammunition that we're going to be running, this is one that's a little different from most of the SMGs that I use in this game. I think the 30-round mag is 100% necessary. So the original class comes with a 20-round mag, and like I said in the beginning of this video, this gun does not melt people. I mean, it's a good SMG, but it's not like, you know, the MP5 with 10mm rounds. Like, this thing does not melt people so fast, but 20 rounds is not a lot. So if you're playing aggressive, yeah, you might be able to take out one person pretty easily, but if you run into multiple people at one time, or, you know, you're not running sleight of hand and you're just bum rushing spawn, spending every kill reloading, it's going to slow you down significantly. So having the 30-round mag on there is going to make a huge difference, and I highly recommend that you use it. Now, you can run the 50-round drum. The only downside to this is you're going to lose a lot more movement speed. You guys can look at the stats and see that you're going to end up losing mobility, and more control by running that. So if you want to, you can. It's just going to slow you down a lot more. I think the 30-round mag will work, so I would just stick to that for the ammunition. Now, last but not least, the rear grip that we're going to be using is the FTAC Elite ISO grip. This is essentially stippled grip tape for an SMG, giving us aim down sight speed as well as sprint to fire speed, which, as most of you guys know, are 2 very important pros when you're using an SMG. The only con here is aiming stability, so we're really not losing anything. Essentially a free attachment here with no idle sway. So the FTAC Elite ISO grip is a great way to go as well. Now, if you want to run one more thing, I know right now we already have 5 attachments. A lot of people that want to play extremely aggressive might end up setup running sleight of hand. If you're going to run sleight of hand, one thing I would either do is get rid of the barrel or get rid of the ammunition. I think that getting rid of the ammunition is tough because when you have a 20-round mag, if you're playing super aggressive and you want to rush and have sleight of hand on, the 20-round mag is really not, going to help that much. But with sleight of hand, at least you're countering that so you can reload really fast. If you don't want to get rid of the 30-round mag, you want to have that on just in case you run into multiple people at one time. You can just take the barrel off. Again, if you're rushing, most of your gunfights are going to be from close quarters anyways, and it won't matter that you have that barrel. But that's just one of those adjustments that you can make depending on your play style. But hopefully this specific class setup will be well for you, or you'll be able to do well with it. I've really enjoyed it. I think it's good, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So I'm interested to see what you guys think of this class setup, or just this gun in general. What do you guys think of the new ISO SMG? From what I've heard, a lot of people actually like this thing and don't like the AN94. So let me know what you think of it down in the comments. But I hope you guys did enjoy this class setup. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.